Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Deontay Hardy to return. And look at this return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped with just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. He's keeping it. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Ugh.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
No, we changed it.
From the gun, a run for him. Oh, he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Pistol snap to Jackson. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Henry. Runs inside the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. Running once more with Henry. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second down now, 7 to go. Another run for Henry. Look at that work, turning those legs, driving across the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. First and goal. They'll try and punch it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. It'll be a pickup of 4, and they'll snap second and goal from the 3.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
So from the 3, here's second and goal. Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This will end up as a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
No touch that. Hey, thumbs up. Alert it. No touch.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for second down.
No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Smith. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tre'Davious White there on the stop. 6 DBs out there for the Ravens. Third down coming up. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
First down, a run with Barkley. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They start with 2nd and 6.
No
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
No touch, sir. No touch.
Back to throw, Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
63, 63, 60. No touch, sir. Go silver, ready? 73, 73. No touch.
Hurts now on 4th. This finds Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Forget that it was 4th down, Bronk. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first. Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line.
No touch.
A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. That would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Henry running to the left. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Here's 2nd and 7. Escapes the pocket. And before he can get rid of it, he runs out of bounds. Could have just tossed it incomplete, Brock, but instead takes the sack and a big loss.
You know, that's one of those situations that you have to have awareness, right? You call it spatial awareness. You got to be conscious of the sideline and just simply get rid of the football. Looks like we saw a slight bit of panic there, hence going out for the sack.
Here he is on 3rd and long. A quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. If a completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage, offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success.
And he missed it. It's no good. And it stays a 1-possession game at 7 points.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
Great.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Hurts now from the gun. Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And once again, they can't connect. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Eagles are on the move here. Defense coming off that incompletion needs one more stop here on fourth. On fourth down, Hurts. He connects downfield on fourth. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a fourth down gamble.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
Good.
Running left, this is Barkley. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. On second down, here's Barkley. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
They'll motion Smith left. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. That one gains 7. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Biggest difference in the college NFL game, we know this, Kate, it's matchups. Right, that college game, so much more space with the wide hash marks. Not so much in the NFL. You've got to cultivate one-on-ones, cultivate matchups. Using the receiver as a runner, that was a matchup successful for this offense.
Now pitch it to Barkley. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. Running back sent in motion. On first down, Jackson. On the move, headed right. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And he's just going to take the sack here as he heads out of bounds. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. He's on the move. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Lamar back to throw. Getting out to his left. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it! And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. He's got it near the 8. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. He's back to throw. Forced out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set.
They're going play action. Headed out right. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
1st down throwing for Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. He's touched down behind the line as this one goes the wrong way.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens get it back after a marvelous defensive effort. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
First down, here's Lamar. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it, and he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Here's Henry running left. Broke through the tackle. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. Turning to Henry on third. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Lamar out of the pistol. Gets this one to Andrews. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. It's Henry on the carry. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll come up first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Catch is made in close. And all he needed was one more stride. He's at the 2-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. Putting the tight end in motion. Henry goes the wrong way and is going to lose several here.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Chased out to his right. Has it down close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens take a 4-point lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Offense in the hurry up here. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Working quickly here. Going to the ground again on 1st. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the 3rd quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Second down now, 7 to go.
Good, set. Silver, set.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
They give to Barkley, left side. And the look outside yields no fruit. They make the stop near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, so now they face a 4th and 4.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Now Hurts. Oh no, they get him yet again. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And he's gonna go. It's a pick 6. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens drive their lead to 11.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And it's fielded but not returned from the end zone, so the ball's going to be placed at the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Great, set. No touch.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
Hey, Silver.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
A big spot for the Eagles now as they go for 2. They send a receiver in motion right. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in. The lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Quick.
They're out and set. First and 10.
Hey, Alpha, come on.
They send a tight end in motion. They run it with King Henry. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Second and 3 now.
Hey, Ozzy, sit up. Sit up. Hands up. Sit up.
Running once more with Henry. Space to the left. And finally, he's down at the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Ravens holding on to a field goal lead. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal. They'll run here with Henry. Has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens make it a 9-point advantage. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens make it a 10-point ball game.
Eagles 18. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
No touch that. Hey, easy. 63, bang. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Able to find Dotson here. And he almost reaches the 45 before going out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Very set.
First and 10 at the
No touch.
44-yard line.
Hurts now from the gun. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And it sets up second down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
Call up Yeti. No touch.
Second down, Hurts throwing again. Throwing deep for the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Great, set.
Now to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Great, set.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's first and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Brandon Stevens has it. And the Ravens have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be.
Has room down the left sideline. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens take a 3-possession lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
63. No touch.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. It's Dotson on the catch. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
Go Silver, ready? No touch.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's got Smith.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
73.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
No touch.
Hurts looking to throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Trying to find A.J. Brown. And that makes it 3rd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
No touch. Carl Levy. No touch.
Hurts. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And oh, he got it. Interception. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The drive begins with Henry. And he's brought down for a loss. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. Well, partner, we spoke earlier about how much of a factor this home crowd was going to be. But even with the added boost from the friendly confines, couldn't will them to the victory.
Yeah.